morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Napoleon Total back with another Shogun 2 Scramble of the Far East, and we're back with the Dutch. In this last episode, we took we took a lot of losses at Zumo. We've captured another province, and now we're just preparing to move on. But for this army, we do need replenishment, and we do need a lot more troops. That said, I'm going to into Hoki to see what is going on. And yeah, there's another army. Although they look similar, they're not in the same army. This army, I'm actually afraid that this small army right here can be used as essentially what we call a guerrilla army. So I don't want them to be looting our stuff and pillaging stuff like that. So I'm just gonna distract them. I'm gonna not distract this army because I think I can easily deal with it, which it looks like I can't. I'm gonna attack again, and it's out of range, so I'm gonna bring my another big army to squash this essentially these 2 units of artillery, which is sad. Probably my cavalry force could have just dealt with this, but yeah. 2 units against, essentially some like what 40 units essentially. We've destroyed the entire enemy army. We've leveled up for David, so that's good. Off the bat, we do need logistics and defender. Well, one is for night battles and one is for replenishing our troops. This dude also leveled up. James has leveled up. James, my bad, not James, has leveled up, and I think its reloading skill for guns is better. So yeah, train the troops again. There is a geisha in our territory, and yeah, that could be scary. But across the board, we have a lot of good stuff showing up. This unit is an extra, so I'm gonna see what I can do with that. This army needs to be entering this ship, and the ship is gonna bring it to Nagasaki, and I'm gonna unload my army at Nagasaki, and then I'm just gonna give it an extra unit. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna have this guy join this army. The most useless unit at first I thought was East Indies Infantry, and then I realized no, the Marine unit is even worse. The Marine unit is bad because they have 150 unit. I'm gonna disband the Marine unit, and I'm gonna prepare my entire army to move onto the ship. And the second I can move onto the ship, it's on to Goto Island. Now you do see me being slightly impatient, and I've decided to land at Goto Island with this army, without the support of my other army. Ferdinand is going to be the invasion force for the Forlorn Hope. For those who don't know what the Forlorn Hope is essentially the ones who go in first, and unfortunately sometimes they also die first. But we're going to declare war on Goto Island, and we're going to attack. The enemy navy is not the big threat. Big threat is the defenders of Goto Island themselves. If the enemy army decides to attack the army led by Ferdinand, then we are in quite a sticky situation. But in the east to be exact, on Honshu, a lot of stuff are getting repaired. Field Artillery School, destroy that. We're gonna get cottage industry, and we're gonna end the turn because there is, as of right now, nothing we can really do. As of right now, we do see some American ships, but there's nothing much I can do about that because one, the Americans are not at war with me, but it leads me to question why the Americans have so many ships in this area. But yeah, as of right now, I'm officially in contact with the European factions, so I really can't say anything about trying to hide away from the European factions, especially since I'm gonna meet up with the British very, very soon. The reason why I'm going to say I'm going to meet up with the British is because I'm essentially where the British spawn is at, around the Kanto, actually no, the Americans spawn at the Kanto region, at Setsu, around that area, so we're going to be meeting with the British quite soon, which is, to be honest, I don't really want to meet with the British, considering the fact that, the British and the Dutch, really don't like each other. Obviously, they worked with each other during the Napoleonic Wars, but after the Napoleonic Wars, they were like, yeah, let's be colonial enemies. And to be honest, the British and the Dutch, they weren't really big pals of each other, especially during the colonial era. But we're gonna keep scanning, because I know the British are near, and we do find well, we do meet up in Bichu province. Yeah, we find the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is unfriendly off the bat, so that's bad. There is one thing I can do, and that is, well, there's one thing I can't do. That thing is essentially, the British have 9 provinces, I have 19, but I don't really want to go to a war with a European power right now. Especially considering the fact that it might bring other European powers to war, and war with an European power is something I really can't do as of right now. Although I instantly can raise a lot more armies and stuff, but going to war with a European power is not what I'm interested in. My interest as of right now is just building more land, getting more land from the Japanese factions, and then after I have enough strength, yeah, let's go to war with the European powers. But I'm gonna bring 2 armies to attack this army, like I've been doing, and we're just gonna auto-resolve it. Yeah. But that's essentially the end of, I don't even know who was in Izumo. But yes. We're gonna start moving on to the border of another faction, and it's Hoki Province, but I think it's the Yonago clan. Yeah, so another faction essentially. Down east, we do have this army is ready to make a way to move. So we're just gonna put this army on ships, and we're just gonna use this ship to transport our army onto the beaches. And the second we're at the beaches is gonna join up with Ferdinand, our Heinricus, our faction leader, is with Ferdinand on the beaches of Goto Island. But that invasion needs to hurry up, because I don't want the Russians taking a lot of Korea, which I think the Russians are at war with Korea. There is going to be a problem, considering the fact that if Russia's not at war with Korea, and they're actually allies with Korea, that's going to be a pretty big bummer. But either way, I still have to invade Korea, because in order to win the game, essentially, I do have to invade Korea. But yes, now we're officially in the middle stage of the game, and yeah, I'm gonna declare war on the Matsumuna, because I do need a lot more provinces. Their allies, the Yukimono, the Yamagawa, and all these wonderful provinces are just gonna decide to join their war against us. The Bichu, or whoever's in Bichu, have a lot of cannons and cavalry, which is cannons are not really a big threat. Our cavalry is, so that's gonna get scary. But essentially what we've done is that we've essentially declared war in the provinces of Bichu, Bizen, and a lot of stuff. But that's not good. We do have automatically enemy fleet. We do have to destroy some of our ships, but we do also have to make a military wharf, because I need to repair my ships. I'm actually trying to see what fleets I do have in the vicinity that I can move or raise. As a matter of fact, I do have a few more ships right here, so that's good. That's good. We're gonna move this to there, and we're gonna move this ship, which I've been raising. 2 ships, as a matter of fact. That's weird. 2 ships to Bingo. And so yeah, that's gonna be good. This fleet was actually the one that kind of destroyed the entire enemy fleet in one go. So that's that. And as of right now, there's nothing much I can really do. The enemy has decided to attack me. Once again, I don't think they realize that they shouldn't be spending their money on navy, and they should be spending their stuff on essentially either modernizing their navy or getting land units, because in terms of the naval advantage, they don't really stand a chance. And as you can see in this battle, the enemy are going to bring a capital ship and 2 smaller ships. Actually, no, 2 capital ships, 1 small ship. But I'm just going to essentially destroy them. I'm still at this point using smaller ships like the sloop. I've upgraded the steam ships, and I'm actually researching them. Actually, no, my bad. I've already researched them. I'm just trying to get them out of the production line as soon as possible. But as of right now, most of my fleet, if not all of my fleet, is essentially sail ships, like sail corvettes and stuff like that. But we do have 2 ships right here, 1 over there, and 1 coming right now, just coming into the battlefield. So we're gonna be doing just fine. The enemy has 4 ships, as we can see a few seconds from now. So yeah, that's good. But I really like the effort that the modders put into the ships. The enemy fleet, as we can see right now, is made up of Wako Bune, a heavy Wako Bune, and another Bune, but that's in the back. So 2 big ships, 1 small ship, and yeah, pretty scary in terms of how many troops they can carry on board. That said, the bad thing is that essentially what's going to happen is that we're just going to fire a canister in them, and their ships are just going to burn on the fire, as we can see right now. We've opened fire with canister shot. That's going to start burning this ship. So some of the men are just going to be trying to put out the fires. And on this side, I'm preparing to open fire. I realized it's a little bit too late that these guys are firebomb ships. So they're actually going to be doing fire damage on my guys. And as a matter of fact, they're about to throw their fire when I finally light their ship on fire. And that's going to propel them to essentially jump into the water. That was a very close call on my part, and it could have been very destructive for me if I didn't do anything correctly. On this side, we finally finished up the large ship, the heavy Wako Bune, and we're just gonna send these guys into the water, and yeah. But, yeah. The final Bune is literally, I have no idea what they were doing during the entire battle. They were just sitting back there, and then after I decided to fire a round of grape shot, canister shot, on their ship, they decided, yeah, let's not deal with the fire, let's just run into the water. But the entire enemy fleet of Goto Island, defending fleet of Goto Island, has been effectively destroyed. Now we can just go straight outright, run around and destroy the Goto Island army. But the fortress on Goto Island is actually no joke. And I'm not interested in taking heavy casualties to destroy an enemy army well entrenched in a fortress on Goto Island. I will have to wait. The Americans are at war with essentially... I have no idea who they are at war with. But after a few seconds of testing, I realized the Americans are allies with the Prussians. And the Prussians are at war with, well, essentially their neighbors. And yeah, that's scary. We do fight another naval battle. This time I only have 1 ship. And this one is a little bit... the enemy actually stood a chance. And you'll see why. At least they stood a chance, and it's not at least not a massacre like every time it does. But once again, I really have to say thank you to the modders who put a lot of effort in making the engine look so beautiful. Obviously there's little bits here and there and that doesn't really look, leads you to question, especially like this. Why are Dutch sailors singing Japanese hymns? But yeah, that's that. The enemy has a lot of ships, 4 to be exact, but of which this is the biggest, and you can see why eventually, in a few seconds, why the enemy actually stood a chance. This big ship is essentially another target practice, so are the other 2 smaller ships, but the reason why I said the enemy stood a chance and they're not going to get massacred, at least not as fast, is because they actually have cannons on this ship. It's a ship with 4 cannons on each side. So 8 in total, 4 cannons on each side, and this ship can actually stand up to my ship. Obviously, I don't know the dimensions of what is going on, but I'm gonna play it safe by just having my guys use standard cannon rounds, and we're just gonna open fire on the enemy ship, essentially, from afar. Obviously, this type of cannonball doesn't really do a lot of damage, but it does morale damage, which I'm just going to take full advantage of. The grape shot / canister shot is straight outright just does fire damage, which just burns the ship. And there's another shot called chain shot, which I think just destroyed the sails. I don't know for sure, I've never used it, so I'm just going to make an educated guess on real history and what really happens. But yes, the enemy is firing. We are firing away at the enemy ship, and we're just gonna unleash another volley really soon. Right now. So yeah, that the ship that you see is still coming towards us, but it's not looking so well for the sailors on the enemy ship. Especially not when it's raked with cannonballs. As you can see, the enemy cannon ship is opening fire on my sloop, and I'm actually targeting this ship, because the second I can take out this ship, I can just run around the battlefield destroying whatever I want. But you can see the enemy cannon ship is taking a lot of damage from my cannonballs, which is the good thing, I guess. The enemy ship is actually able to fire, but for some reason my sides are actually able to hold the damage. You can see here, to my surprise, I thought these cannons were from 300 years old, but to my surprise, nope, they are not. They're not from 300. Actually, no, they could be from 300 years old. Cannon technology during this time really hasn't changed much. During the Napoleonic Wars, I know for sure that the British used a type of cannonball, a type of matchlock cannon that you lighted by the match. But to be honest, it really didn't matter, considering the fact that naval battles were really slow. It didn't really matter much that if you have a matchlock cannon and you light a cannonball. But needless to say, until I would say past the Victorian era, until we get to the steamboat / Iron Age, most of the designs of the ship really haven't changed. That said, the way that you fight your wars obviously have changed. That is the reason why the English won their war against the Spanish Armada. And the reason why it won, for those who don't know, is because the English were focused on shooting the Spanish ship from range, the Spanish ships, their galleons from range, while the Spanish were focused on, oh, let's board the English ships. And obviously, the result was that the English lost no ships, while they inflicted quite serious damage against the Spanish invasion fleet, called the Spanish Armada, of course. The United Kingdom obviously is not friendly towards us. That can also be traced back to the Spanish Armada. Back then, they were pretty good with... The Netherlands was pretty good with the UK, because we were like, yeah, the Spanish are pretty scary. But right now, we are not allies, and we won't be allies for another, a long time, because we both of us are really against each other in terms of colony building. The British don't want military access, which I don't blame them. Do they want payment? I'm pretty sure the British do. We're gonna request an alliance, and the reason why I'm requesting an alliance is because if they break the alliance, it tells me that they're gonna break the alliance, and usually most of the times the AI will not attack you if you're in an alliance with them. So we are actually doing quite well, I think. United Kingdom, I'm giving them way too much money. I don't want a trade agreement anymore. I decided, straight outright, since you're not going to get a trade agreement, I'm just going to do payment in terms of money. 800, 750, 7,050. Deal satisfactory, 7,000. I don't really want to be giving the British a lot of money. Not that I can't give them a lot of money, I just don't really want to give the British a lot of money. Deal satisfactory, 7,300. Make a proposal, we accept. We're allies with the British, and the first thing we see is can we make a trade agreement? Make a proposal. They want 50k. That is a joke. That is an insult. That is, no, I'm not gonna give you 50k. I'd rather not have the trade agreement. That could actually lead to war, considering the fact that I feel insulted. Seriously, you shouldn't be asking people for 50k for a trade agreement. Considering the fact that I'm literally 10 provinces larger than you, I have one of the largest, if not the largest army in Japan, and I literally have the second largest navy, of which the United States, I'm pretty sure, is the biggest. But in terms of the United States, they are really friendly towards me for some reason. They're way friendly towards me than the British. But I'm going to request a trade agreement, which they want. I'm going to request an alliance, and after I demand payment, which I obviously they don't want pay. They're not going to give me. But trade agreement, military alliance, that is the most important thing that I want from them, and they gave it to me. Their power is terrifying. My power is mighty, but I'm getting a lot more money at this point. They're also allied with the Prussians, and I'm eventually gonna just decide to, let's sign a peace treaty with the Prussians. But in Bichu, we're just gonna straight outright attack. We can actually auto-resolve this, but I'm not yet. In terms of our armies here, we still have to recuperate with this army. These guys are gonna be pumped out later on. Do is going to just be put in Izumo. We're going to eventually give him an army, but that's going to wait. But, yeah, hopefully we do the enchantment again. Yeah. I don't know why the Americans have so many ships, but, right in this area, but yeah. I'm actually going to start the siege of Goto Island. We're going to siege it out. And we're going to send our faction leader to do the honors of helping Ferdinand siege it out. We're going to bombard Goto Island, which would do no damage, which is sad. But we're just going to continue on to siege it out. If the enemy attacks, we're obviously just going to destroy them en masse. But I hope the enemy attacks us. But if they don't, yeah, that's that. We do see the Prussian fleet running around, so that's going to be interesting. We don't see Prussia as oh wait, no, the British want, oh, come on, you insult me again. Nope. No to trade agreement, no to the British for trade. I do not want your trade agreement, not now, not here. 50k for a trade agreement. No, I'd rather go to war with you than give you 50k. I actually would, and the reason is because 50k is a large sum of money, even for this stage of the game. Like 50k is a lot, and considering the fact that the other reason why I want to go with the war of the British is because they're in my way. And wow, I literally signed a trade agreement with the United Kingdom. I literally signed a military alliance with the United Kingdom. And they and the United States and Prussia and decided to attack the United Kingdom. Obviously, like I said, I don't really respect the United Kingdom because they're in my way, so I'm just gonna essentially declare war. Well, no, not yet, not yet. I'm not gonna declare war on them yet. I am gonna start massing troops on their border, and just wait for a time. Oh, I'm just gonna wait for a opportunity to I don't know, like walk right in. Yeah. Yeah, obviously, even if the British, like, at this point, I really want the British to declare war on me, and that is literally because the British have so many enemies that at this point, I can use their enemies against them, and, well, that's a good thing for me. Also, the British are in a precarious situation. I literally have my allies, officially the United States, to our right, and at this point, because we literally have the United States literally at war with the British, I'm pretty sure they don't have a lot of stuff fighting towards me. And even if they did, I can instantly destroy them because I literally have way more troops than they have, at least I think. But we should be good at a war against the British. I like how I said at a few minutes ago, I don't think I'm ready for a war against the British, but now I do think I am. I'm gonna enchant them. Enchant the British military advisor, but that obviously fails. But we're just gonna assault beat you. We're gonna quick save because if everything goes sour, I do have a quick save. We're gonna auto resolve. We do take some casualties, as a matter of fact. Let me see the casualty report. Oh, actually, no, never mind. We take only 2,500. This army is going to pursue this enemy army right here. And this enemy army is just going to run away. Which I am... Oh, I can actually chase them. And we're just going to straight outright destroy them. Another enemy army destroyed. As of right now, I'm not at war with the British, which is, I guess, a good thing. But since I also realized why the United States is sending so many ships around our seas, and that is literally because we literally, what do you call it? We literally they're at war with the Aizu, which is at Oki, and they're sending ships to attack Oki, which I guess is why they're moving so many troops across. Right here, we actually do have a minor army being raised, but we are still not ready to go on the offensive. Go to island, we're gonna siege it out. Continue to siege. We're gonna... I really do want to auto-resolve, but I'm just gonna continue to siege. If the enemy sallies out, that's good. We're gonna bombard target once again, which does absolutely no damage. So yeah. It's a waiting game. The United Kingdom is now hostile, which is even worse than unfriendly at the beginning. But I'm actually waiting for the British to declare war on me. There is a lot of stuff I have to deal with as of right now in terms of the AI armies. One of them is literally, how do I put it in a nice way? Taking over small enemy factions. But we also do have to replenish our troops. And start raising new ones. And stuff like that. We see a few more Prussian ships, which also it makes me think that the Prussians are at war with the Aizu, which, let's be honest, they should be at war with the Aizu. when I was doing my Prussia campaign, I was at war with the Aizu first, and then the Nagaoka, and then I just went around, and yeah. So that's that. The United States is Prussia's ally, so that's why they're sending troops to the Aizu, to invade the Aizu, which, let's be honest, I have absolutely no idea why the Aizu have that island of ego. But, that's that. As a matter of fact, this episode is going to be coming to a close, so I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Now before you leave, I would like to thank you very much for watching this video. I would be honored if you could like and subscribe to the channel. Remember, more videos are coming out, so it is a good idea to click on that notification button. Anyways, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.